Alright, let's keep going. Because to be honest, it's only an hour and a half, and I kind of want to keep going to the court. Alright, so, September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. Because basically there's a character in here that that basically I kind of have a little crush on. So, alright. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Alright. Alright, the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth, I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, just guess who I have a crush on. Alright. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir! I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir! This dude? And if it's right, yeah, that's true. I'm all... Alright. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yeah, that's kind of true. He's kind of like End in my case. Alright. Very well, sir! Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by blunt objects, sir! The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir! It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir! The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Right. Now, detective. Yes, sir! You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir! I had hard evidence she did it, sir! Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. Right. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in witness's testimony, she will bluff and impress the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why are you leaving? It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. What just happened? What just happened? It's like, no explanation. Maya Fey's arrest. Alright. I'm getting tired. Right? Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. Okay. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With our funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Man, I'm tired. Okay. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Oh, God. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! God damn it. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Oh, God, I'm tired already. I'm gonna go to bed now. Alright. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. God damn it. Right. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I have a feeling I should present something here. Let me save real quick. Alright. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? Well, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. That is true. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? But when? I forget. The day after the murder? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! God damn it, Gumshoe! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham! Fuck the detective! Detective Gumshoe! How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe... Aw, damn it. Alright. I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir! You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. God damn it, Detective Gumshoe, you fucking... Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Damn it! This isn't good! The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Oh, and I know who it is, too. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service!
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the court. The witness will refrain from one-time winking.
Huh? Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fan Company law offices.
That's right, big boy!
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Man, getting hungry is really starting to make me tired. Alright.
It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Well, wait, Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright.
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you!
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? No, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Well, you may begin your cross-examination. There is food smelling. Alright. So far I'm doing well with this game. No guide yet. Alright. Okay, can you describe her? Alright. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question it.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying.
Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Mia Fey, oh, oops, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her! And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor.
I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe.
What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Witness's account.
I did see everything, I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did! That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I need to see what's cooking outside. How do you know it was a clock? Alright. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Damn it!
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty, a murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Okay. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
What the fuck?
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law office of the fan company?
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room.
The law offices of the fan company where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard... That was probably the wrong thing. The prosecution denies your request.
But what? On what grounds?
This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn! Time to switch directions. Quick! Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright. Right? No, Your Honor. Okay. Here we go. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Okay. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. That! Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew! The fuck, you bastard! I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho-ho! Impossible, of course. I have proof! What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is this. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone!
Well, wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. The fuck, Detective Gumshoe! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember his evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. Alright, so we already heard it. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clock was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Fuck yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well, then let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
But what?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. I'm pressing the shift key.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? She went insane.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it! Die!
Okay, I'm screeching into the mic right now. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh?
I can't laugh.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Maybe this? The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I could show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. This thing. Have a look at this.
That!
I'm so fucked. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Ooh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Did the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely! Even if that was the case, which it did not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is this, right? I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Okay. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
Oh, really? Really? You're gonna be a bitch like that? That did it! The court's seen the real Miss April May now to deal the final blow. That. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw the evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No fucking way.
Wait, I say, wait! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. God damn it. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Faye commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. But why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious than that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
Well, I'm not gonna just give up, though I don't like submitting to Edgeworth. Fine, in order to get that fucking bellboy. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool, you fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait! Very well, the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I'm doing so well. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. He even brought a tray with him?
Yes, sir. I received a summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy of the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her on 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
But right, I'm ready,
I hope.
This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished.
Okay. Alright. 9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9, the time of the murder. Okay. You're sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasser, sir.
Embrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Well, why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good! There's nothing there! Is that it? Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? No, protest! But wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna consult the guide for this. Where the fuck am I? I cannot get this straight. Okay, so basically it's some... I had to check, okay? Alright, so I guess I'll... Alright. Then tell me again about room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. God damn it. You fool! Really, Edgeworth? I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who? Who is this other person? Simple, it was... obvious. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Yes, we're almost done. And I just pulled up Steam by accident. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan!
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips? It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charm from work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you!
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong at that detention center. It's up to me to get her free.